One last slightly frivolous question. You've seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah?
10 or 20 times.
Is that all?
Yes.
How do you think that, that movie's been praised and criticized in lots of different ways, and one of the things you mentioned during your lesson was that, we really have no way to know what it was really like there on the ground. How well do you think they did that?
Private Ryan, I think, and I certainly wasn't alive in World War II. I came along a year afterwards, thanks to all these folks that managed to get back home. Right. Private Ryan, I think, was one of the first war movies that really showed what it was like because of the modern technology. When you see the most telling scene in the whole thing, I thought, was when the Germans have brought up the 20 millimeter gun and are attacking the Americans who have just stopped one of the German tanks. And you see these guys plunking away with a 20 millimeter where the American soldier's head is blown off. Sorry, but that's what happens with real ammunition. It is not the 1945-50 John Wayne movie where on Iwo Jima the sergeant or the Marine private is hit by the Japanese rifle and he goes, "Oh, I've been hit," and falls over. I'm sorry, he would have been probably knocked off his feet if parts didn't come out of him. Right. It was a much more realistic depiction of that, and of course the earthy language is all part and parcel of the thing, which John Wayne couldn't say anything much more than "darn, I've been hit." The realism in there. The only thing I had problems with Private Ryan and GIs, I don't care, Army, Navy, Marines, sailors, will gripe. If you're not griping, your troops are probably got some kind of an underlying problem that a commander ought to figure out what's going wrong. But the one thing about the movie was the constant griping about the mission to go save Ryan. My problem with the movie was this was a Ranger outfit. The Rangers are there to do that kind of a thing, not necessarily Saving Private Ryan, which of course is a fictitious story, right. But the Rangers could go off and do those little independent operations. They were kind of the Green Berets of the day, or the SEALs, whichever Special Operations Force, trained to operate that way. And they would have been doing something else that would have gotten them killed if they hadn't been off Saving Private Ryan. So, okay, I thought that was an interesting sidelight, and it also brought in the bet about what the captain did in his civilian life. But from a realistic standpoint, combat in the ground was messy. Thank goodness I never had to face any of that.
Yep, so true.